Hello everyone, and we're back in the kitchen. So let's continue working. As you remember, we work still on UTG and later positions will be later. So we open up first. Let's go, guys. You know how to do this already. First we are going to open up our UTG. So guys, thinking about this and that, I decided to constantly temporarily play without these a6, a7, ace8. They usually are very weak and they always have to fold versus opponents' 3 bets. So I think there is no use to play them, and they rarely catch cards on the table. So I will be safer and won't play with them for some time. Okay, good. Then I'll do this. I will throw out these guys and I will still keep 50% of my ace 2 like this. Ace 9 I will still play sometimes. This is still pretty strong. Okay, good. And remember, we have approximately 35% of ace jack offsuit, right? I don't play the full range at the moment. Actually, I think it is good. Feels like it should be like that. Okay, queen 9. We play 50%, right? And we play 25% of these guys. We don't touch 5-4 suited. Well, I mean, it depends on the situation, right? To be honest, now, as far as I don't play these guys, I would like to take one combination with me of 5-4 suited. I think it is a good one. Okay, now 5-5. I play only 25% of 5-5 and 15% of 4-4, 3-3, 2-2. Okay, so we'll be working with this range. As you can see, we cut a significant amount of hands, right? Wait a second, something looks like something is missing, right? All right, okay, so 9-8. What is missing here, guys? Let me see. Usually we have like approximately 200 hands, 15%, right? So let's check what is missing here. What do I usually have here? Can you load, please? Oh, right, ace jack. Did I just open up ace jack 35%? Ace 10, 35%, of course. I'm still sleepy, guys. Okay, so I don't play these guys, right? And I will take 25% of 5-4 suited. Good. Okay, so yeah, you see now we dramatically decreased our opening range for almost 1%. To be honest, this 1% really makes a lot of difference, right? If I open up and I constantly have to fold versus 3 bets, and now my range will be much stronger. It will be 14.1%. I think this is a very good opening range. So let's play in this way. I will play it out and I'll see how it goes. Okay, good. So this is going to be my opening range. Now look here, I think this hand is super interesting here, as you can see. Well, we went all in here, but I still want to imagine as if I just opened on UTG and button called me, okay? So, and the flop comes here like this, as you can see. I played versus MP here, but I tell you, I want to ignore this fact for now. And I will imagine that this guy on the bottom called me. I think because this is more difficult to play versus this guy, right? He will have a much larger range and wider range, and he will have a lot of combinations of like 4 different textures of the boards. Okay, so I will just imagine that I opened here and the guy just called me here and I have this flop. Okay, and I want to know how to play here on this flop. Okay, let me see. Now I open up king king and we have ace jack 8 coming. Okay, I'll type in here ace jack 8. I'll type like this. Okay, good. So this is the board that we have here, and let's see what we can do here on this board. Okay, so first of all, I think we need to identify still our strongest hands that are going to charge our opponent's draw flushes, right? And some other hands. Okay, so first of all, I think that my super strong hands are going to be... I want to go for this dark color, okay? Don't read that this is value check raise. I want to imagine that this is my value bet, okay? So aces are super strong, I want to bet them. Jacks, eights, and I will take ace jack, like this, like very good. So we charge all his flush draws. Look at them. All these combinations, they charge flush draws of my opponent. Okay, so these are super strong hands that we're going to bet here. What else can we bet? I think ace king. I think ace king we're going to bet, right? And I think as for this one, ace king without hearts. With hearts, I think we can check call. It is so strong that no need to bet ace king with hearts. I think ace king with hearts, we can just check call here. Super strong, right? And we need to have a reasonable check calling range. Okay, good. Now let's see what else. Ace queen, I think the same thing, kinda. Maybe we can bet, maybe we can check call. As for this one, so I'm not that sure. Okay, I'll put it into my into my betting range, like this. Maybe this one is reasonable to defend already. Okay, maybe. Okay, I don't know yet, so I want just to understand the situation, okay? So far, look, we have a lot of value bets already here, so that's too much, right? But we will count, we will see. By the way, we forgot to count how much actually we have to bet according to the pure like strategy of the book, right? Not even GTO, but pure strategy of the book that the book suggests. So 152.35 multiply 0.60, and we will have 200. Oh, wait a second. What just happened? 152.35 multiply, okay, 0.6 equals 91.41 combinations we are going to bet. So out of this, as you remember, we have to have 30 value bets and 60 bluff bets approximately, right? So let's see what we have here as our value bets, as our bluff bets. Okay, so I think we are going to bet our flushes that unblock the opponent's aces and jacks. Okay, so let's choose flushes here. Yeah, as you can see, guys, so look, we have not so many flushes, right? But they're very strong here. So king 10, king 9, queen 10, queen 9, okay. Jacks, we cannot bet here, these jacks, okay. Here 10, 9, okay. Some of these very small pocket cards, we're going to bet them too. Okay, good. Now look here, I think we have a very huge amount of value bets. We want to decrease this one a little bit, right? So maybe this ace king, we want to play check call, I think. The opponent might have a lot of draw flushes here, right? So I want to check call with them. I think I want to check call with them. So I'll put them into my check calling range. Like this, okay. And as for this one with the hearts, king queen with hearts, I want to bluff bet them. Should I bluff bet the whole range or not? So this is a good question, okay. I don't know yet, and we have to think about this. Okay, let me do this. Okay, ace 10, ace 10, check call. Okay, 39. We still need a little bit less of value bets. Maybe some of these guys, as I told you, ace queen goes into check call. I think, what do we charge? Only jacks, right? And weak aces we charge. But we need to have some defense. So I think maybe ace queen with hearts would be good to defend. Ace jack, ace 10, this one is check calling. King jacks check call, queen jacks check call. Aces are going to check call most of the time, I suppose. Sevens, we start falling out. Bluffing with some hearts, I think. So look, this one is a really complicated board. Let me see. I think I will fold out more of these. Not fold out, but not value bet with my ace queen of hearts. I will check call with my ace queen of hearts. Yeah, like this. Okay, yeah, so far, wait a second, these guys, let me temporarily put them away. Okay, guys, so look here. So we're going to have 36.25 combinations in my value bet. I think it's quite reasonable. Yeah, we have eights, jacks, aces. Maybe I can sometimes mix in with these. I can check call, maybe I can check raise. I think it would be very wise to sometimes check call with them in order to have very strong turn range. So maybe like this. Okay, and check call with them. Okay, like this. Okay, I think this is good. I think this is good. Now let's see what else can we do here. Okay, I think, yeah, something like this. I think we are good. Now let's see, we have approximately, oh, perfect, look at that. So 31.75, that is going to be our value bets. Okay, and what about our bluff bets? Okay, we need to balance it. We need to have approximately 60 bluffs here, but I think as far as this board is kind of very unique, maybe we will have less of our bluffs. We will see. Okay, let's try to see what we can have here as our bluffs. I think, as I told you, this king queen with queen of hearts, king of hearts, can be our bluff bets. Let me put it fully like this. Okay, good. What else can we bluff bet here? This is a very good question. These are kinda, well, wait a second. These are going to check call there. Ace 10 with tens of hearts, maybe they are check calls better, right? So look, this is a very complicated board, to be honest, and I'm really like, maybe I'm going to bluff bet all my hearts here, like this, maybe like this, though kings are really good to check call, I think. Okay, maybe like this. Yeah, I think like this, it is quite reasonable, right? If we catch a flush, maybe we can just check call on the turn, check call on, or check call on turn if we catch a flush, and check fold on river, I think, with these weak ones. I think this is reasonable. Okay, so far, guys, we don't have enough bluffs here, as you can see, right? So the question is, should we bluff something like these guys, king queen, in order to catch straight? But we will be totally fucked up. We'll be totally fucked up on if the board comes one more flush board, right? One more hearts. So that is really tough to see. Okay, let's think about this. Okay, okay, let's do this. I will leave it now like this for now, okay? And I want to see what is going to be my check calls here. Okay, entire range, okay, 100 grouped, ungrouped. We have still 90 cards that are ungrouped, and we want to defend, right? We want to defend these 90. So let's just see naturally what we are going to defend. Okay, let me actually open up the minimum defense frequency. What if the opponent bets as usual like 50%? Versus 50%, we have to defend 67% of our check calls. So I will open up my calculator at the moment. Wait a second, where is it? Calculator. Did I just close it somehow? Yeah. Okay, good, it is here. So now let's see, 90 multiply 0.67 and 60 combinations that we're going to defend here. To be honest, I think we can easily find these 60 combinations. And let's see what we are going to defend. Of course, all my aces. Wait a second, let's close this one. All my aces, yeah, they're weak, but still they stand, I think. Yeah, ace 10, ace 9, ace queen, ace king, they stand very well. King Jack, Queen Jack, Jack 10, Jack 9. Okay, that's good so far. As for these guys, I will put them in my check calling range, though I suppose they might be playing like bluff hands somewhere there. Okay, what else? Ace 10. I will check call fully my ace 10. Okay, and I want to check call my very strong hands. That is, let me see, with hearts. Ace king with king of hearts. Ace queen with queen of hearts, right? So like this. The question that comes is, should we play in the check call these very strong hands like king 10, queen, king 9, right? So because these are like super flushes that we have here, maybe we should play just one street of check call with this one. We're not afraid very much of the opponent. I think I want to put them into my check calling range. Yeah, I think I should have them something very strong in my check calling range. At the same time, sometimes I feel like I will have to bet them. I don't know. So hard to say, hard to say. Okay, good. Now let's take a look. We have here 51 combination that we are going to defend. Is it enough? No, not enough. We should have 60. So overall we play 107.5 out of 152. Actually a very significant number. Very significant number. Right? Okay. Well, as far as we don't bet that much, actually this is still a pretty good number to defend here. Okay, so I think it should be like this. Now, let's think, what can I check raise? I think it is quite reasonable to check raise some of these kings with king queen, with kings of hearts, and I will mix it maybe with these kings, right? With maybe king of 10 and king of 9. I think they can be good check raises. So I will put them into my check raising range. So these, they don't need to improve already. They are already very good and very strong. King 10, king 9, right? So I will do this with them. Let me put them into my check raise. Okay, and I want to put into my check raise some of these 8s, right? I think these 8s are very strong. So I will put them into my check raise. Why? Because they unblock aces and jacks of the opponents, and he can have ace jack of hearts, I mean like ace x with hearts, right? So I think this is really good to charge him. At the same time, we can improve to full house if the opponent already has his flush here. Okay, good. At the same time, we're safe with this combination because we play some of our flushes here. Yeah. This king queen I will still just check call. King 10 I can raise, and king 9 I think I will raise too. So let me put it like this into my raising range. Okay, like this. Okay, 8-8, king 10, king 9. Very good. And I think I will play... I will check raise some of these guys, right? So let's see, we have 5 combinations so far that we are going to check raise. I think so with these 8s we'll decrease the amount still to half. Wait a second. Half of 8s. Yeah, half of 8s. Okay, good. Now 3.5. We need to have some bluffs, and I think these with kings are perfect bluffs here. So I will put them into my bluffing range. Kings, hearts. Okay, let me decrease first, and then we will add up. Okay, guys, let's see. So far, we're going to check raise. 3.5 were our value combinations, and 3 combinations were our bluff combinations. I still feel like it is not enough, right? Because we need to have more bluffs here in our check raising range. So maybe we should add up something like... they're not bluffs here, right? We don't have that many bluffs in our check raising range, unfortunately. Yeah, so I would play it like this so far. I think I would start folding out less than 8. I would start folding out everything that is not hearts, right? Don't forget to fold out 9s and 10s. I think this is important because they are very weak here. I mean, without hearts, right? So it is like this. Look, and we have kings and queens. Hard to say like what to do with those kings and queens, right? So let's take a look. What do they suggest online? I will open up my browser. Wait a second, where is it? And I already opened this board, but I did not investigate here what they do here. Let's see. Look here. So they bet so far 45 combinations, right? Actually, not far from my bet here. Look, if we combine actually all the bets, gonna be 45 plus 3.5 plus 1 plus 0.5, right? In total, how much does it make in total? Let's see, 0.5, 1, 4.5. Oh, actually very close to my number. They have 51, approximately 50, 51. I had 60, right? So these are the bets so far. Now, look, I want to get rid of some very weird bets here. We'll study them later. Okay, now let's see. I'm more interested in these that bet most of the time. I don't open up king 5, king 6, king 8. Look here, king 10, king queen, they're going to bet. So he bets here, he bluffs with these guys. That's very interesting to see that. Checks kings, checks queens. Okay, let me put it like that. So we have everything here. Okay, so look here, queen 10. I don't open up queen 10 on UTG. I don't know why it is here. That's very weird. Maybe he opens. I don't. Okay, good. Look, he bluffs 9, 8 and 8, 7. All of them he puts in the bluffing range. Very interesting. I think this is like pure air bluff because we just need to have more bluffs, and he puts it in his bluffing range like to knock out the opponent's full air, and after that on the turn they're going to already check fold these combinations. I think, yeah, king queen is going to bet, king queen bet, ace queen is going to bet sometimes. Most of the time you see check call. Ace king the same, sometimes bet, sometimes check. Okay, ace is sometimes bet, sometimes check. Yeah, that's right. And let's see, jacks the same, sometimes bet, sometimes check. 8 the same. Okay, here hearts, 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 kings with hearts bluff a lot, right? Okay, tens don't bluff, hearts of tens don't bluff that much. Aces prefer to check. Ace jack bet or check call. Yeah, I see two pairs they want to bet or check call here very often. Ace queen can check call here, as we can see. Yeah, what about check raises? Let's see, if I check here and the opponent decides to bet 50%, okay, so what I'm going to check raise. Let's see. So wow, look at that. That is quite unexpected. 9, 8, 8, 7, right? So they are going to check raise. So the same, like, looks like they just purely want to knock out the opponent's full air. I would never check raise them, I think. Okay, guys, so you see, like, this solver offers a totally different thing. And let's see, what does it fold? Look, 10s, you see folds here, 9s, folds. And all these, look here, the same, it folds here. And it prefers to defend more, like to go into check calls, to have like more in its range on the turn and river. That's interesting to know that. Ace 3, you see they call, but they can fold as well because they have very little potential, right, versus opponents. Ace 2 are going to call. That's interesting. Look, even some of these kings, they are going to fold. Very weak kings. So that's what I do. Yeah. Okay, guys, so far it is like this, right? So we fold out very weak hands. So we can check call with our hearts. or we can bet here. I think I'm fine with these hands here. I still want to have some check raises in my range and balance it with some other check raises. That's the difference between solvers and people, I think. That's why, like, you know, I try to see my logic here and I try to think in this way. By the way, we can decrease here check calling range, right? Yeah, so that's the difference, guys, I think, between us and between machines. Yeah, so I'm satisfied with this so far. We played 101 combination. We didn't play, we're going to fold out 50-51 combination, and I'm totally fine with that. Yeah, because you see, these boards, they're totally different. They're not like standard boards. So we have to take a very kind of like a different approach here, right? Yeah, so far it is like this. Thank you very much. Let's continue working and see you in the next video.